Hey guys, it's me Victoria, and I wanted to show you my new road bike I got. And why did I get the road bike? Durianrider told me to. Just kidding, but not really. Basically he's gotten me into cycling because I watch his channel, I read his Tumblr. Of course I've been following Freely the Banana Girl and he's gotten her obsessed with cycling. So I just was convinced, I'm like, you know what, I need a road bike too. And I was riding a hybrid bike, like not a nice hybrid bike, like the cheapest hybrid bike, and I was riding it around a lot everywhere, but it was getting really clunky, so I'm like, it is time to take the plunge and buy a road bike. Now, I had a lot of difficulty buying the road bike because I bought Durianrider's Lean Body Bible, in which he recommends the best bikes, but it's kind of written for somebody who's already, like, knows a lot about cycling. Like, he doesn't really explain a lot of the basic terms like crank set and group set and all the all the cassettes and everything. Like, I was kind of confused about a lot of the terms, so I walked into the bike shop feeling like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I watched this video where he recommends like the best bike to get for beginners, and I read his book, and I tried to like compile that into a list, which I took with me to a bike shop. But the first bike shop I showed it to, they just like laughed me out of the place, and they're just like, who gave you these horrible recommendations? I was like, this guy named Durianrider, like I really trust his advice, and they were just like, yeah, a lot of bloggers out there are terrible, and like I can't believe you would take advice. So I was just getting really annoyed at them. So I'm like, you know, I'm not even gonna buy a bike from you guys. You're like really rude. And that's one thing you should know if you're looking for a bike. A lot of bike shop people, they're really rude. I don't know why, because biking is such a complex field that, you know, people who work at a bike shop think they're experts and they have very strong opinions about things, and just they can be really rude. I've just heard that's the thing, like they're very snobbish and rude. So try to find a bike shop with people that you really enjoy, because eventually I went across town and found this other bike shop, and people were like really nice, and I showed them my list, and the guy was just like really like, okay, yeah, like we can do that, definitely. And I was like, now that's more like it. So I decided to buy a bike from them, and they're really nice. And so yeah, I got a Giant Avail, and if you like a lot on Durianrider's Tumblr, a lot of people ask him like, what is the best bike for noobs? Just like in few words or less. And he always says Giant Avail or Trek Lexa. And I got a Giant Avail. I'm like, so I asked them, like, do you guys have a Giant Avail? And they're like, yeah, we do. So then they have to fit you like to your size bike. Like, this is different than a bike fit, but they're just gonna give you, like, bikes come with different size frames, so they're just gonna show you what size bike, like small, medium, or large, basically, you should get. So I think I got like a medium, and then I asked them if they can put like mountain bike pedals on it and mountain bike shoes. That's something Durianrider recommends, because with road bike shoes, you cannot really walk in them. You're just like, so mountain bike shoes, like they're almost like regular sneakers. So I got him to do that. And also Durianrider's is really big on power meters. And they're kind of expensive, like the cheapest one is like $600. But he says, like, you know, if you can afford like a gym membership, you can afford a power meter. It's the most important tool for fitness you can ever have, like invest in your fitness. So I got a power meter too. It's coming in a week. They're going to put it on. And when you get a power meter, you have to get a Garmin too. And the Garmin goes like right here on a little screen, and it shows you what your power is, your wattage from the power meter, and also your cadence. And cadence and wattage, those are the two most important things for fitness. And yeah, I do recommend Durianrider's book, the Lean Body Bible, but you're gonna have to read it a couple times, at least like 5, if you're new to cycling like me. But yeah, I feel really proud of myself because I watch a lot of people's videos on cycling. So I'll post them all down below, all the ones I watched. And I learned a lot about cycling. Anyway, 2 days ago I took my bike out for first ride, put my cycling shoes on. It was really different because with a hybrid bike, you're in a completely different position. It's so much more stable. With this, the first time I rode it, I'm like, he was like, why don't you take it out for a test ride? I'm like, oh great, I'm probably like not even gonna know how to ride this thing because I've never ridden a road bike before. It's really, really light. It's really kind of like more unstable at first. It's really fast and it feels like air underneath you. It's pretty awesome. And when you clip your cycling shoes in, oh my gosh, it's so much fun. You can ride like quadruple the distance in 1/4 the time. It's crazy. So it's really exciting because you're just like, oh, I want to go, you know, like on this really long trip. Like it's so exciting. It just opens up a world of possibilities, places you can go with your bike. And it's really fun to ride with the cycling shoes. I don't know why. You just are like turbocharged. So I'm really happy with my purchase. I'm really excited. I feel like excited to ride my bike. I feel like I've gotten into this whole new, you know, passion or field, and that's always so fulfilling when you feel like you're just learning about something totally new, finding a passion for something new. That's cool to me. Anyway, here it is, and it's pretty, it's kind of uncomfortable. That's one thing. Like, supposedly that's why you have to get a professional bike fit, which is like $200 or $300 in like 3 hours. But I read some advice that you should do that later once you like get used to riding it a little more, and you have all the gear and everything. So I'm gonna do that maybe in like a month or two. And yeah, that's it. Giant Avail Advanced 2 seems like a really good bike from everything I've read about, and it's really lightweight, which I love. It's fun to ride, but you know, I'm not an expert. I'm still a noob, so #noob. So anyway, thanks for watching, and